I did.
What's up, party people? How's it going? Oh man, can you tell I've never done this before? Oh shit.
It's gonna be so
Okay.
good.
Oh no, I can hear myself. Oh no. Okay, there we go. Okay. What's up, people? Okay, so I'm super excited. I got Rachel in the house, and we're gonna pull some tarot and or runes. You know, whatever we feel like. For all the signs for this fantastic, crazy ass, insane conjunction that we've got going on right now. Just a couple things before we start pulling any cards or whatever. This is like many things in life. This is a once in a lifetime kind of opportunity. Don't ruin it. Oh my god. Damn it. What's up, Jess? Fuck Davin, god damn it. But anyway, yeah, so if you follow the tropical astrology, we've got Jupiter and Neptune in a perfect conjunction today in the sign of Pisces. So Jupiter is the traditional ruler of Pisces and Neptune is the modern ruler of Pisces. This is really cool. The next time that Jupiter comes around, in the tropical system anyway, Neptune will be in Aries. So this is a once in a lifetime kind of thing. And I haven't looked at what the dates of that would be in sidereal, but I guess I should, but not right now. So anyway, there's a lot of really interesting themes with these planets coming up. And it's so fascinating because we saw this morning some of those themes play out quite literally. And that was really fascinating to see. But I really feel like, I mean, there's so many things we could talk about with this conjunction. With Pisces, we're talking about spiritual energy. We're talking about endings, isolation. We're also talking about madness. So that's an important theme to keep in mind, mental health. With Jupiter, he expands everything that he touches. And with Neptune, this can be mysticism, it can be spirituality, or it can be delusions, and it can be fog. So there's a lot coming up for a lot of people. And personally, I had to take several minutes, like a whole hour, to do grounding practices and get back into my body. Otherwise, I probably would have lost my head. Literally, and that's funny because that came up in the spider chat today. Whew, yeah. So how are you feeling today, Rachel?
You know, pretty all right. Pretty all right. I definitely got to step into the Aries, the sidereal Aries, or the Taurus, and just be like, not today. Not today, illusion. Not today, black magic. No, I'm not doing illusions today. I don't have time for that. None of us have time for that.
Right. Right. I know, especially
like,
now.
Yeah, no.
Especially now.
Especially now, because we are very much setting foundations for the world that we want to create. Like if last year was find your tribe, this year's like start going, start doing stuff, start doing something.
Right? 100%. And I mean, what's really cool about what you just said right now is if you think about where the nodes of the moon are in the tropical zodiac, they're in the north node's in Taurus, which is very much about the earth and building things and something that's sustainable and tangible and supportive of the body. In sidereal, they just moved into the Aries and Libra axis. So Aries, north node and Aries, that's about taking action and, you know, cardinal action, literally. So I love that. I love it.
Yeah, I actually really love the interplay between the two, because it's like you kind of get a preview with tropical, and then sidereal is like, here's all the energy you need to do that.
Totally. That's a really interesting way to think about it. Yeah, I don't know what else to talk about with that other than just let's fucking go.
Yeah, this parade of whatever, the parade of ridiculous, it's going.
The parade of ridiculous. I want to touch on that actually, because that's a good. You bring up an excellent point. Hold on. I want to talk about that. I want to talk about that. Yeah. Do you want to share your screen? Do you have any apps that show that?
I can try.
If not,
I have Stellarium.
I wonder how well that will work.
So Let me see
We
if
did
I
not
can-
plan this, y'all.
Yeah,
I was just like,
We
hey,
just
Rachel,
kinda
wanna
jumped
pull
on.
some cards with me? It'll be fun.
like, yeah, all right.
Hell yeah.
Let's see.
So while you're doing that up, I'll answer Shannon's question. So Shannon said, one thing I don't understand about the different schools in astrology, if it's all based on what we can see and how the bodies move, why are they so different? Just curious. Well, Shannon, great question. Essentially, sidereal is based on what we can see physically in the sky with our eyes, more or less. The sidereal systems are based a lot on the fixed stars, where 0 degrees Aries is where 0 degrees of the constellation Aries begins. Whereas tropical is the signs are not constellations. The energy of the signs are based on the movement of the seasons. And 0 degrees Aries for the tropical system begins at the spring equinox. And 0 degrees Aries will always be on the spring equinox. So right, they are the best streams. Impromptu, random ass, fucking crazy. Woo! So that is like just a super brief intro into why the two systems are different, because, well, there's debate about the precession of the equinoxes and what all that means, but essentially they figure that at one point in time, 0 degrees Aries, the spring equinox, actually lined up with the beginning of the Aries constellation, and we've shifted since then. Whether that's true or not, I have no fucking idea. I have no idea. And you know what? The more I learn, the more I'm like, I don't know a fucking thing. So you know what? I'm open to new information all of the time, right? Totally. But I don't know. So far in my practice, I've seen that tropical works really, really well. But then just last week, a few days ago, actually, I got a sidereal reading and it blew my freaking mind. So I was like, oh no, you guys, what the fuck? Oh, and that always seems to happen, right? You're like, you're really sure about something, and then something comes to like flip it on its head. So I don't know. At this point, I'm open.
It's like, try this angle and it works.
Yeah, exactly. So at this point, I'm open to there being truth in all systems, and it's up to the individual to, exactly. The more you learn, the more questions you get. Fucking facts, right? So I'm totally open to there being truth in each system, and figuring that out for myself has been a very interesting ride. So anyway, yeah, let's talk about this. Let's talk about this.
I love it. I love it.
Oh man.
Yeah, look at this ridiculousness. It was all in Capricorn. Saturn is at the tail. I hope you can see my mouse.
I think so. Let me hold on. Okay. I see constellations. I see stars. Oh, there's the planets. There they are. All right. Hell yeah.
They're here.
Yeah, so it's super interesting because all the planets are lining up in a very short stretch in the sky. And the Vedic astrologers have a term for this. It's called a Kal Sutra or Supra. Oh man, I gotta go double check. I gotta fact check myself. Hold on, y'all.
Those sound like different things.
Sutra. It's not the same as Supra, but we're gonna check.
I do like that Mercury is kind of heading it out, which is nice.
Kalsarpa. Sarpa, S-A-R-P-A. Kalsarpa. There we go. That's what it's called. So Kalsarpa. Basically, what a Kalsarpa is when all of the planets are in between the two nodes of the moon, Rahu and Ketu. So what they say, and I have some issues with Vedic astrology because sometimes it could be extremely fatalist, but what they say is when all of the planets are hemmed in between the head and the body of the dragon, it's a highly karmic time period where there's a lot of upheaval and change in the world. That's just how it goes. So that's about as far as that's about as far as my understanding of that goes. I need to read more into it, but There you go. So that's kind of just a brief overview of what's going on in the sky. Upheaval, okay? Upheaval. Let's just leave it at that.
Like, where's Neptune? It's really to see. Yeah, here's our conjunction. Right
Cool.
here. It's
Beautiful.
next to a bunch of Jupiter's moons. There they are, moving in space.
Wow. What a cool program. And it's right beside the fish.
Yeah.
The first fish of Pisces.
It is right beside this one. So it's interesting. I read this book a long time ago. I cannot remember for the life of me what it's called. It's a reference in a book my mom gave me, which has a religious slant on astrology, which that's fine. But I think this is still interesting, the way that the fishes are lined up. So one of the fish is supposed to represent more ascended folks moving up. And then the other fish moving sideways is like the Gentiles, so I kind of like that things are moving in this direction where it's like, if you're not awake, you're going to start moving into being awake. That's like, because isn't one of these Aphrodite and her son? So you have the mother fish giving birth into the next fish because Aries is right here.
Mm-hmm.
And because Mercury is in Aries, and so is Uranus, we're having some interesting conversations about what we're birthing as ourselves, who are we becoming? Because everything is the way that it is. I think last night in our group, our study group with Gordy, we're saying time's kind of up to figure that out. It's kind of go time. Like, you will have time, but it is kind of go time. So if you're feeling rushed, that's where I think a lot of this is coming from.
Mm-hmm. And yeah, so in Stellarium, what you're looking at is sidereal, right? Because this is where they are in the sky.
Yeah, these are the energies
sidereally.
You're going to be feeling.
Yeah. Cool. Sweet.
Yeah. Super fun.
Want to pull some cards though? Let's see.
Let's do
it. Full screen. Full screen. Okay. Oh man. Okay. What do you think we should do? Like couple cards each, or cards and runes, or just fucking whatever deck is calling to you, or an oracle deck?
I know, I'm like, which one wants to play?
Yeah, right. I know. Originally, I grabbed my Hermetic deck from the Golden Dawn, and then you know what? It was like, this is too fun of a topic for me. I'm too dark, and I'm like, okay, all right, I hear you loud and clear. All right. So I actually grabbed. I'll show y'all. I grabbed my Druidcraft Tarot. It's lovely. It's difficult to shuffle because the cards are really big, but it has such a nice, like, beautiful feminine energy. And I mean, we are talking about Pisces, so I mean, that's a very feminine sign. So like, fuck it, let's go with that.
Yeah, I grabbed the one with silver lining first.
Ooh.
And that is the Fountain.
Ooh, I love this deck. It's so pretty.
It's so pretty. So that one seemed to want to say
nice.
Something.
I don't know if it's your internet or my internet being funky. I don't know.
Well, it could be everyone's internet.
Fair enough. Who knows?
Right? All the things. Yes, and.
Yes. And. Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
I gotta go. We gotta leave. We gotta end the stream right now.
Okay. Wait, hold on. This should be good.
So let's do a couple cards, like, just overall, and then start going through the signs, because I wasn't really focusing on a sign, and then something flew out at me, so...
That's okay. I'll get one for this, whatever it is.
So we're opening with the Tower. Fuck.
Ooh.
You know what I love about the Tower, though? You know what I love about the Tower? This is the principle of Mars. It's a giant phallus, okay? That's the Tower. So somebody's getting pregnant. Just kidding.
Right? Somebody's life is about to change. Dramatically.
Dramatically. Whoa. Oh my god, I can't believe it. First card out the tower. Okay, so like there's some structure in your guys' life. And this is for everybody, by the way. There's some structure, some belief structure, you know, that is taking a sharp turn. Love it. Let's just leave it at that. Tower moment. But yeah, this is the principle of Mars. And like, you know, sometimes we get stuck in certain ways in doing things a certain way, and it needs to change. There needs to be upheaval. And I think it's really funny because Shannon literally just said something in the chat. Where'd you say? I gotta scroll up to it. It all has to be revealed in order to change the process and paths. Yes, Shannon, it does have to be revealed. And I feel like the Tower card is like revealing something and then like, okay, now it's time to throw some of this out so we can go on a new path that's more fruitful. What you got for us, Rachel? Please let it be better than the Tower.
Oh no, it's so good. It's so good. Just is.
Oh.
So yeah. So even though like it is a big Tower moment and that really sucks, sometimes it's because justice is occurring. And that, I mean, for better or for worse, I mean, the sucky part has to happen because maybe that's just what has to happen. That's part of the healing. That's part of moving on. That might just be the judgment for it. But out of that, you're going to get exactly what you deserve. Sometimes justice is equal to grace. Sometimes that's what you're given. And that's exactly what you need during Tower moments. Because if you throw condemnation around at anybody, even yourself, it's going to make that moment so much harder. And moving on from it so much more difficult and takes so much more time.
Totally. I love that. Yeah. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Yeah, Shannon, right? Justice and judgment have been coming up a lot. Those have been huge themes. And it makes me wonder, like, with the Tower card coming out, you know, there's that saying that what you put out, you get back tenfold.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it makes me wonder, like with Tower and Justice being the first two cards out, like what kind of energy have you been putting out and what kind of energy is coming back to you now? Can you balance it out? So anyway, okay, so Aries, let's start. Yeah, or should we start with Pisces and go backwards just to be different?
Ooh, just to create towers? Yeah.
Oh, I love it. Pisces. What's up, Jenny B? We're going to do something a little bit crazy.
Beam and flow.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so Pisces first. Oh, this is fun. We got to do it backwards. This will be interesting.
I'll test your knowledge. Can you recite it backwards? Are you sober? It's a good Pisces question.
That's a great. That's a fucking great Pisces question.
Intergalactic Cop has pulled you over.
Ma'am, have you been drinking? No. Step out of the vehicle, ma'am. So I am sober.
Mm-hmm.
I am sober. But I'm drinking Jun that I brewed myself. So it's like kombucha. So there is a tiny alcohol percentage. It's like 2%. But it's still like, I was like, oh, busted.
It might still show up on the breathalyzer.
Yeah, it would show up on it'd be like 0.01. But it'd be, yeah, anyway.
Jun is good. I have tried it.
Oh my god. Yeah. Also, Davin, since Tower is Mars, you could think of that as similar to Aries energy, and then Justice is Libra. So yeah, you weren't wrong, my friend. You weren't wrong. Oh shit. Okay, Pisces.
Okay, let's see.
Oh wow, I got a Pisces card. Interesting.
Oh, that is interesting.
Indeed. Okay, so for Pisces, 2 cards came out. We've got the 9 of Cups, which is the middle decan of Pisces, actually, which is about abundance, which is about, enjoying. What's interesting about this image, okay, it's one guy at a table with 8 other cups. So, like, be cautious about excess. Be cautious about excess. But this is like, how much abundance do you have? How many things do you have that you can be grateful for? And the other card that came out at the exact same time is the Four of Swords, which to me implies rest, which implies a need to take a break. I mean, if you think about the Three of Swords just happened, right? So the Three of Swords is usually some kind of heartbreak. And the Four, and he's got three swords sitting up against his tree there. And his sword in his lap. So there's something that has happened that you need to take time out and integrate and sit on and meditate on and relax. There's some kind of healing that needs to take place. And you're being asked, Pisces, to count your blessings and realize how much abundance there actually is around you at all times. Because it's there. You know, you just need to like take a bit of a rest from strife to be able to see it.
Beautiful. So perfect. So I decided to draw a rune with all these as well. Right?
Ooh.
And they tie so well into what you just said. So the rune is Dagaz. This is a daily practice that you're going to have to do.
Is that the Hangman?
It might be a daily thing with all the tower moments, with all the chaos. You might wake up and have to do this every day. It's all right. I'm focusing, like, it might just be like that, and change your perspective about so many things. Be willing to.
I love that. I also tend to view Dagaz as a bit of an awakening rune.
Yeah, it's kind of chaotic. Because so much can happen in a day. So much. However hours you want to see it as, it doesn't matter. So much can happen. And even over a night. You know, you can have one dream and that's going to shift you. And can you stay in peace about it? Or are you going to integrate it? Are you going to let it stress you out? You know, what are you going to do with it?
I love it. That's awesome. Yes.
So there you go, Pisces.
Pisces. Lay off the sauce, Pisces.
Right? You know, I noticed that, you know, with cannabis even. You know, it made it so much harder to let go of things because it was just up here. Like, this is, I mean, bravo to people who, you know, high functioning users. That's all great. But are you really integrating all your lessons, or is it just like a daily thing? I struggled with it, and I'm Pisces rising. Yeah. So
sidereal or tropical?
Tropical. But sidereal, that's where my Mercury and Venus are. So Mercury and Pisces is a little...
Just diving into other realms, no big deal, getting fish-hearted.
Too often, too much.
I really like, though, that you've come to a place of maturity and being able to, like, just see that, hey, that wasn't actually helpful for me. That's really awesome.
Thanks. It took some time. And I'm definitely that person who's like, I'm going to try this again. And make sure. I'm going to touch the stove just to make sure it's still hot.
Yep.
Great idea.
That's hilarious. Okay, Aquarius. Aquarius.
Whoa. Are we doing that?
Aquarius. Da-na-na-na.
I had someone ask me if we were in the age of Aquarius. And at the time I was like, I think so.
No.
I'm sure everyone says that, like every generation since that song came out. They're like, yeah,
I hate that song.
we
So
are.
stupid. No, we're not.
No, we're not.
No.
We're not there.
No.
We're at least 300 years away.
I have some rants that I will go on about Aquarius, but I'm not going to not go on that about Aquarius because I love you guys and I appreciate you. And thanks for coming out. Okay. Aquarius. This is interesting. So I've got another 4. I'm a hidden Aquarius.
Ooh.
Devin.
In the closet Aquarius.
So for Aquarius, we've got the 4 of Wands, which speaks of some kind of celebration, some kind of... Sorry, the dog just decided to come in just now. Like, what are you doing, dog? Kate, I want to say hi. She's like, can I lay down here? Okay, sorry. So with the Four of Wands, this is some kind of gathering or celebration. The four implies some kind of stability. Oh my god, dog. Clearly not, though, because you got dogs all up in your business. What the hell? What's really beautiful about dogs and omens, though, is dogs are about loyalty and about friendship. And Aquarius definitely has a friendship vibe to it. So maybe you're celebrating with friends. Maybe you need to go and celebrate with friends. Maybe you need to have some kind of gathering. Interesting, though, that there's this theme of escapism coming up because the Seven of Cups also came out. The Seven of Cups, to me, can sometimes be getting lost in illusions. Aquarius. Okay, so be careful of that. Be careful of that.
Big fly.
Yeah, and you know what also is really interesting to me about this card? I said this for the Nine of Cups, but this theme echoes. So we have the one cup beside us, and we're not even paying attention to it. We're stuck looking down into this deep dark well where we think there are more cups, but they're illusions, they're mirrors. And with Aquarius, with Pisces being your 12th house, you could be having some really intense dreams, and you could be dreaming about other places that you would rather be. You'd rather be partying or camping or doing something totally different. But there's something that's right here, right now in your physical reality that needs to be paid attention to.
I like that. So, the rune that came out, it was the bow, the yew. The yew tree is mystical and magical, but it's also poisonous if you eat it. So that's kind of like drinking too much of the imagination. What's that doing to your mind? Is that helping you achieve your goals? Because we have the Queen of Wands.
Ooh.
And she is the creator. Everything that you intake, you can put out. So what are you creating with your passionate energy? Your heart with the cups might be in one place, but have you checked your fire? Is it putting your fire out, or is it actually, are you making tea or soup? What are you doing with all this information? So that's what I would say with Aquarius, because Aquarius, even though it is very much, pouring out your gifts, it's also about the quality of the gifts that you're putting out. And I think queens are aware of the quality. Kings are going to go, check, yes, no, yes, no. Queens are like, what's in the soup? What are these spices? She's in the details, right? So that's how I would kind of see that. Is checking the quality of what you're putting out.
I love it. You know what's really interesting about the yew tree as well is it can give off a gaseous substance that's hallucinogenic.
That's those
tripping balls over here.
Yeah, and the Queen of Wands is a magician.
The Queen of Wands rules. Sorry, sorry, you continue.
Go ahead.
Okay. So the Queen of Wands is fascinating to me because how I learned it is the Queen of Wands, at least in the Hermetic deck that I was going to use, the Queen of Wands rules the first decan of Aries and the last decan of Pisces. So on one hand, the Queen of Wands is all about that springtime energy of let's go and conquer and do and build, but also she has a tendency on the negative flip side to get lost in escapism. So you have to be really careful about that.
Yeah, I could see that. I could totally see that. That's
Oh, what's up, Gabe? Gabe in the chat. Look dissident.
Woohoo. Hey, Gabe.
We're going backwards, Gabe, because we're chaos around here.
Yes.
So Capricorn.
Oh, Capricorns, I love you. This better be good. You've got a lot going on.
Thanks. I appreciate that.
That's where my Neptune is in the 10th house. I'm one of those.
Tropical.
I'm tropical.
Oh, yeah, in the 10th house, too. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I got that on my first house. I'm like, well.
Yeah, the struggle's real.
I'm like, boundaries? What are boundaries? Structure? Fuck your structure.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. Trying real hard.
Oh my gosh. Okay, focus.
See, this is perfect example.
It is. it is. Gabe, you're such a sweet man. Can we adopt you? Okay. Okay, I got my cards for Capricorn. All right, Capricorn, what the fuck?
Oh, that's
All right.
fun.
Oh, good. I'm glad you got fun cards. One of my
It's
cards
like-
is fun. One of my cards is fun. One of
I
those
mean,
not so
it's
fun.
good. It's good. I get tired of
Oh,
seeing this
man.
card.
Well, now I'm curious. Okay, so Capricorn. So the first card that came up for Capricorn, we got the 10 of Cups reversed. So interesting that all three signs that we've pulled for, there's been a theme on my end anyway about escapism and about needing to not fall into escapism. 10 of Cups is normally like everything you could wish for. It's the last deacon of Pisces. It's all about like literally wish fulfillment, having like a happy home and family, but it's reversed. So there's something that's blocked there. There's something that's blocked. It doesn't mean great, more moms. Okay, we don't have to adopt you. Okay, anyway. I need to hear the story behind that. Oh, shit. But anyway, you threw me off, man. I'm just going to blame you. Okay, anyway, so 10 of Cups. 10 of Cups reversed, man. This is like something that you really, really want that's just out of reach. Like, just can't quite get there yet. And you know what? It's because we're stuck in the 6 of Cups. The 6 of Cups can be beautiful. This can be nostalgia. This can be like really falling in love with something from your past, something from the deep past. Sometimes this can even be talking about like past life connections with somebody. But the 10 of Cups says that there's something about this that cannot be fulfilled at this point in time. And maybe it's like, maybe you just have to, I don't know. Maybe you need to move past the nostalgia and make sure that you're paying attention to the present, not getting lost in the past. That could be it. Or maybe, you know, maybe you need to refocus onto something that is more tangible.
Love it.
I feel like I need to clarify a card because that sucks.
Don't worry. I have them. I've got them. I've got them.
Rachel, help.
Okay.
Rachel, help.
The Knight of Cups, the Knight of Coins. It's feeling that way. It's feeling like things are dragging because the slowest knight in the deck is here. He's seriously the slowest. I love him. Yeah. That's why I'm like, oh God, this guy. Because he's so slow. But you know what? He's in tune. He's in tune with the earth. He's in tune with the material. And he knows that things take time to manifest and to grow. And that's, you know, all the positives. So when you're talking about nostalgia, I was coming up with this one. So even though this is very much justice, you can also see this, and Ben pointed this out, like one half is like a horse head and they're kind of facing away from each other. So that's that wholeness and completion, like not quite feeling quite there. Because when you're looking too far back, you're not looking ahead. And I love what you said about nostalgia because it can be really toxic. It's being weaponized against us. I mean, all the stuff coming up with Disney and all that kind of thing, you know, that's something. But also with the story of Tyr and Fenrir, like if we continue to go by the story and always look at the myth and be like, oh, he totally betrayed Fenrir, here's your opportunity to be a better friend. If you feel like somebody wasn't a good friend to you, don't plant those seeds of disappointment and betrayal. You know, are you going to watch those come up? Or are you going to watch the new seeds come up? You know, I'm going to be better friends to people. And I'm going to treat my own inner passionate wolf nature much better this time around.
Fact. You know what I really love about Tewaz, especially since Gabe just hopped into the chat? Tewaz, to me, also speaks of it being reorienting yourself towards your personal North Star.
That's beautiful.
Where's your North Star, Capricorn? Are you following your true purpose or are you getting lost?
Yeah, because, I mean, I'll say it until the cows come
everybody
home.
else. Davin, Rachel pulled the Knight of Pentacles or the Page of Pentacles.
It was the Knight. There he is. I almost thought I lost him in the shuffle.
Beautiful.
But yeah, with Capricorn, we forget about that fish half. Remember that intuition. And that might be where we're getting tripped up, is only focusing on one side, being dualistic in ourselves, not manifesting things, or, you know, or just focusing on the material. Like, this is cardinal Earth. This is the volcano. You're creating islands.
I love it. I love it. So now we're on Sagittarius. So just so everybody knows, we're going backwards because we're chaotic like that. Yep. I suppose I could create, right? I know. I suppose I could create like banners, but it's too late. It's too late. I'll learn how to do this professionally. With Uranus and Neptune and Capricorn, I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah, maybe
professional.
Seat of the pants all the time.
Sagittarius.
Yeah, that's that one.
So apparently in sidereal, I'm Sagittarius rising. I'm like,
that's exciting. Yeah.
Well then,
good luck with structure ever.
No. Oh my god. Okay, Sagittarius.
Oh, I guess I should have kept that out. Oh well.
It was meant to not be. Oh, Jenny, do you watch a lady that does angel card readings? Because that's a lady that does it on Sundays live, and she always does backwards. I love it.
Oh, that's fun.
Love it.
Ooh.
Okay, Sagittarius. So we got the 9 of Wands for Sag. And we got the 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, Jenny, Terry. Terry does the angel deck readings. I really enjoy listening to her. She's pretty cool. Okay, anyway. And she's on Lada's channel too. Lada Duncheva. What's up, false reality check? Oh, Rachel, we have friends. We got friends in the chat. That's so exciting.
Hey,
okay,
guys.
so anyway. Sagittarius. Okay, so 9 of Wands. All right, the 9 of Wands is getting to the point where you're almost over and finished with some big battle, right? The 9 of Wands, like, look at him. He is haggard AF. He is haggard AF. This is about valor. This is about victory. And you're almost there. You're almost there. There's just one last battle to go. What I find really fascinating about this card is there's a big, big fire off in the distance. So to me, that says that there, it's almost like, it feels like there's a need to be urgent, but at the same time, he's just chilling. He's waiting for the fight to come to him. I love you too, legs. I'm just assuming it's legs. I'm just gonna assume. Anyway, yeah, 9 of Wands.
It is.
There's one more battle. You're not quite finished. You're not quite over the hump, but stick with it because you're almost there. So don't give up. There's a saying that they say in AA: don't quit 5 minutes before the miracle. Okay. And to add on to that, we've got the 8 of Pentacles, which is all about doing the diligent work necessary to perfect some kind of process, right? The 8 of Pentacles is a Virgo card, and it middle deacon Virgo. Yeah, middle deacon. No. First deacon Virgo. Doesn't matter. First deacon Virgo. This is about perfecting a process, paying attention to details. Oh, thanks, Buffalo. I love you too, buddy. But yeah, there's heavy themes about not giving up and continuing on the path. So don't quit 5 minutes before the miracle. Thanks, AA.
I love that.
Right.
I love it. I love it. I feel like I've heard that too. But yes. So perfect. Probably at church or something.
I love that.
Okay, so the rune that came out, Bridal, but upside down. Still got a ways to go. The journey is a little bit halted. But the 9 of coins, it's because your victory is assured. Me, I see that as kind of having faith. It's like keeping your eye on the prize. With that 9 of wands, it's like the battle might not be over, but there's still some to go. And you're not going to get through that last step by being a downer or giving up or being negative or saying, oh, well, the journey's not over.
Sorry, Rachel, you cut out.
Because you're going to have to see that you have
you cut out just a little bit for me there. What card is that?
Oh, no.
Is that the 9 of Pentacles, Wands?
Oh, this is the 9 of coins. Mm-hmm.
You got the 9 of Wands too?
Oh, no, this is the 9 of coins.
Oh, 9 of coins. Okay, sorry. 2 nines for Sag. The 9th sign. Dang.
2 9s.
9.
So, journey is over. Almost over. You have victory. Just keep your eye on the prize.
Word. Yep. Keep
And the
doing
truth.
the diligent
The truth
work. I love it.
that you're supported. You know?
Yes. I love that. You don't have to go it alone.
It's pretty good.
I love that. Yeah, Gabe. AA.
No. Yeah, and the hawk is far-sighted. Like, that's the best thing about hawk energy. You're not alone. Keep looking.
I love it. Hawks are so
Oh, yeah.
cool.
And I did put strength at the bottom.
Oh, you looked at the bottom.
Extra,
Strength on the bottom. Ooh. You know what that means?
Sometimes I look at the bottom.
Right? If I if I feel like the cards suck, I look
I'm
at
like,
the bottom.
do I want to say what that means?
Ecstatic living from the heart.
Bingo. That's it. That's the one.
Yeah. Scorpio. Oh man. I had a card come out and then I put it back and then it kept shuffling and then it came out. It was like, all right, fine then. Okay, Scorpio. Wow. This is such a stereotypically Scorpio message. Oh my God. Scorpio. We have rebirth.
Uh-oh.
It's not an uh-oh. It's beautiful. We have rebirth and the Fool. I can't make this shit up. Literally, you're going through a rebirth process, Scorpio. Again. As if you need to be told that. You know what I'm saying?
Again.
Sometimes when I pull for like a sign, the energy of a sign, I get like stereotypical cards for that sign. And I'm like, why am I here? But I don't know. Anyway, so rebirth.
Right?
Yeah. Rebirth is all about, well, coming back up from a dark night of the soul. Right. And the Fool is needing to have the faith necessary to keep taking leaps of faith. You know, make sure that on your journey in the underworld that you left behind the things that don't actually serve you so that you can actually travel light, right? Make sure that you're listening to your instinct, because your instinct, the dog that just came in earlier, is there to guide you. You fucking got this, Scorpio. No fear.
No fear. Well, you need no fear because you're going deep.
Oh shit.
This is the lake. This is the lake, but it's also for Scyther. So if you're going to go deep, take your time. Allow it to be a ritual. Allow it to be beautiful. Allow it to show you what you need to be seen, and allow for that death and rebirth. Snakes shed their skin, I think it's like 2 times, I found out. I don't know how often that is. 2 times a week, 2 times a year. I don't know. But it's twice. Probably in their life. So, you know, that's kind of like Saturn returns several times. But here's the 8 of Swords.
Oh.
So while you're doing all that, make sure that your mind is not getting in the way, that the air's not messing up your current, that you're going deep enough to allow these things to be pushed aside so that you can see clearly. Because it doesn't look like her hands are very bound. So all she has to do is like move those swords out of the way. Take off the blindfold. You can be so much more free than you think you can. And it's all in the mind that you cannot.
You know what just popped in my mind while you were saying that? You know, in Karate Kid, pick up your jacket or take your jacket off, hang it up. Some movement that you've done over and over and over and over and over that seems mundane and pointless and stupid actually ends up being your greatest defense.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's like, all you got to do is like, 2 swords are gone. Here you go.
Yeah. I think this is funny. It's so girly. But one of the things that I've hung on to is for quitters. You're not
Mama didn't
wrong.
raise
Some
no
of us are
quitter.
Professionals. Professional. Yeah, because I learned that no matter how drunk you are, you wash your face. You do it. And so that's always stuck with me. Like, even though I've really, slowed down on the alcohol and like I really don't drink hardly at all, I'm like, wash my face every night. Doesn't matter how tired I am. Thanks, David.
I actually meant to click on this one, but that one's great too.
Hey, that's true too.
Oh my gosh, you guys. This is fun. Okay. What are we on? Libra.
Yeah.
Okay, I've been thinking a lot about Libra and about how they took the claws of Scorpio to create Libra. And how it's almost like, okay, this kind of like revelation came to me while I was looking at old alchemical symbols, and the symbol for sublimation is literally the symbol for Libra, and I'm like, what the fuck? So anyway,
Interesting.
With putting Libra and pasting it over top of the claws of the scorpion and reducing the scorpion, I feel like that reflects, in some ways, our ideals as society to cover up some of our lower sexual drives, some of our lower impulses, and glamorize them a little bit. Libra. It's interesting. Anyway, these are the things that I think about. Oh shit. Okay, that's cool. I'll just do this by myself. Do 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 do. How's it going, guys? One more.
Okay.
Oh, one more for Libra.
Oh, interesting.
Whoa. Okay, that's interesting. So I got 2 court cards for Libra. Both of them came out upside down. So that's really interesting to me. But the first one that came out was the King of Swords. Let me show you guys. Da, 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 da. Very contemplative. He's in a very cold area. It's like he's sitting on top of a mountain. It's reversed. So the King of Swords to me, reversed. Libra, are you spying? Just saying, are you spying? What the fuck?
Rude.
Oh man. But no, on a more serious note, it's important with the King of Swords reversed to make sure that you're standing by your word and being honest and fair and checking your judgment a little bit. And that's really interesting because judgment has been a huge theme in the last week plus or so. So, just check yourself before you wreck yourself. You know what I'm saying? And it's interesting because you got another court card, the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles also came up reversed. So usually when I get 2 court cards, typically to me, it's 2 people. And that's funny because Libra's all about relationships. So that's fucking hilarious. But it's like, oh my God. Again, the stereotypes. But anyway, this makes me wonder if, you're dealing with somebody that you don't feel like you can be honest with, and maybe they haven't been honest with you, but like when I take a closer look at this card, she's giving some serious side eye. Oh, there we go. She's giving some serious side eye to the King of Swords. She's like, what are you doing over there, motherfucker?
Hey,
are you gonna mess with my order and my my abundance here? Because if you are, then I'm gonna have some words.
Bye, Felicia.
Bye, Felicia. So I don't know. This makes me wonder, Libra, if you need to have better boundaries with yourself and with other people, because that's the King of Swords' specialty. Is the King and the Queen of Swords' specialty is like boundaries, right? Definitely the stink eye for sure. So maybe you need to check in, like if there is somebody that's being manipulative about materials, like money. They're like, offering you stuff with one hand and then like taking it away with the other, or like trying to use material things to get what they want out of you. Maybe you need to check your boundaries a bit.
Perfect, because this was on the bottom.
What is that?
7 of Cups.
Oh, what up?
So getting caught up in those visions, those fantasies, those ideas about partnership, and that, I mean, romantic or otherwise, that could be business, that could be, anything. But also, we have a lot of leaving those things behind.
Nice.
The 8 of Cups.
Nice.
Gets better. Can't believe it.
Oh.
So that means that leaving these things behind is maybe not feeling as beautiful as this card. It might suck. And it might have to be a sacrifice. And that's okay, though, because the beauty's there. Because right after this rune comes the joy and the gifts and all the things that you're looking for. So, if you're feeling like you're in that delusional state, or somebody's trying to pull wool over your eyes, or not being honest, do you have time for that?
No. Can I answer for all Libras? No.
No. And you know what? All the Libras I've ever known have been pretty good about being straightforward. So there is something of honor there, because it's that balance, and maybe that's something, if you haven't learned, this is a good time to practice, really putting into practice how you want to be treated and how you want others to treat you. I'd probably, I'd try it.
What do you got left to lose, Libra?
Right?
Cut some cords, Libra.
Good things are
what's
ahead.
up, Regan?
Sweet.
Regan's a Libra moon. You know what? Now I understand you 10,000 times better. I fucking get it. I get it, buddy. I get it. I understand.
This is why Regan is awesome.
Oh, snap. Okay, what are we on? Virgo. For some reason, I always blank out.
On Virgo?
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I don't like facts. I don't know.
I don't like the facts.
I don't like
the
facts.
Inquisition.
Facts suck.
You're like, oh, all the details? You want those?
Receipts? What are those? I actually keep all of my receipts. I just am terrible at filing them.
Oh, I keep them, and then I'm like, okay, I'm done thinking about these. Now I can get rid of them. Till it's settled. Like, I made that decision.
If there are any Virgos out there who want to help me with accounting, I'll pay you. Oh my god. Okay, so for Virgo, really funny. Again, one of those situations where I thought that this wasn't the card, and I put it back, and it came back out again. Ace of Wands. Da 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 ba 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 da 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 ba ba ba.
So good.
That's awesome.
Ooh.
Virgo. That's very positive. So the Ace of Wands, if you're unfamiliar, the Ace of Wands is all about a burst of energy. It is the beginning of spring, It's a big old phallus in the middle of the sun, you know what I mean? Virgo, you be getting you some. Okay, but like,
well, who was getting preggers?
Yes,
That did come up already.
that was the Price is Right song. Da, 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 da. I've been
Oof.
watching Peace Stealer too much. I love that man. Anyway, so yeah, Ace of Wands, it's super positive. That's a new beginning. That's a new passionate beginning. You're finding something that is extremely passionate to do, to occupy your time with. So do it. Do it. Go for it. There's something that's lighting your fire. So, you know, come on, baby, light my fire. You know what I mean? The other card that came up, Virgo, is the Four of Pentacles reversed. So there could be here a need to pay attention to long-term investments. And alternatively, you could see this also as a need to let go of something that you are holding on to that is no longer serving you. So a little bit of both. So on one hand, it's like maybe you need to like, actually, you know what? A really positive way you can use this ace energy is you can go through we were just talking about receipts and holding on to receipts and shit like that. Go through your filing cabinet, anything that's older than 7 years old, light it up, do some spring cleaning, and literally get rid of some of the things that you don't need to hold on to anymore, that don't actually serve you and don't help you forward on your path, so that you can actually make room for whatever this ace is going to bring you.
Perfect.
Mic drop, except I don't want to hurt my mic.
Be nice to you, Mike. Your cards are so much nicer than mine.
You can spin it, Rachel.
Dear, because I pulled the runes and was like, oh my. So I had to pull 2 for both. On the bottom, we have the Ten of Swords.
Shit.
So yeah. So you can either allow it to be, anxiety over betrayal, over past betrayals, or you can choose to see that the horizon, the sun is coming up, that these are over. It's up to you for how long this lasts. It's completely up to you. There you go.
Regan, this is a genius thing right now. Just putting that out there.
Okay, so with that, these kind of go together. You have August in reverse, then the moon. So that unknown territory, which is scary and we don't feel protected, that's where that 10 is coming in. You're moving into something so new and so good, but you can literally be in your own way about it. Like, that's something I see Virgos doing a lot with your mind.
Do I need to ban people right off? Going on a timeout.
Oh.
Timeout.
We also have Ansus and the King of Coins. So it's like you were saying with the financial security, long term. Who's good at that? King of Coins. He's got foresight and stability. The good thing about him is that he can be very generous. On the flip side, he can be a bit of a tyrant. So just having discernment. Are you going to be a malefic god or a generous god? I
love that. I also really love how the Ten of Swords ties into releasing with the Four of Pentacles.
Mm-hmm.
And I love with the Ten of Swords, the fact that it's a 10 means that situation is almost at an end. It's coming to a culmination. And the other thing about Ten of Swords that always pops up for me when I pull it is that those types of situations are meant to make you stronger and better. Stronger, better, faster. You know what I mean? So you have to go through the fire in order to really rise again as the phoenix.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. And that's what I like about the moon and that darkness. And it's kind of echoing Scorpio a little bit, because we know it as the phoenix sometimes. Mm-hmm. And Virgo has the potential to be the magician, to really step into their power. So you just have to choose to allow yourself to do that, to go through the rebirth. Because I think even though it's mutable earth, I know Virgos who don't want to budge. They don't like change. And I'm like, you're nothing but change. I see you changing.
Gotta be my way.
Right. And it's about being a little more open and fluid. And I think I like that about the Ansus. because that's, I mean, it's Odin's rune. And he was so obsessed with his fate. Fate is what's behind us, that he wasn't becoming something new. So you can be obsessed with your fate and what's behind you and try not to change, or you can be forward thinking.
Word. And Common Sense called, is that, what's his name, Nick?
Yeah, Nick. Hey, Nick.
Yeah, Nick. Nick's in the
Woo-hoo.
house. What up, Nick? Hello, everybody. Yeah, that was actually a great reading. Man, Virgo. I actually love Virgo. I don't have any Virgo in my chart, so I'm like,
That's where
okay.
I read the Hawaiian planets because I think they're fun. I was like, sweet, some Hawaiians in the sky. I'll take it.
What the fuck? Timeout.
What's happening?
We're getting trolls. What's going on?
Trolls. Ooh.
Trolls.
You came to the wrong party.
Yeah, I'm like, my boundaries are good today. Leo.
Yeah.
Leo. Okay, I love Leos. Gabe, are you a Leo?
Gabe is a Leo.
How did I not know this?
So is Snake Jones. And it was so awesome being around two solid Leos. I was like, wow.
I love that. Healthy Leo energy is so beautiful.
It's good.
It's so beautiful. That's why I love you so much. I love it. I have had run-ins with very unhealthy Leo energy, so I very, very, very much appreciate the opposite of that. So thank you, Gabe, for being you. And Air and Slick. Slick dissident. No, oh my god. That's
How many personalities do we have?
Snake Jones. Snake Jones. Oh my fucking god. Words are hard.
Oh?
Leo.
Words are hard. Some days. Some days they are.
Oh my god. Oh wow, Leo. Whoa. Cool. Gabe. Leos. This is for you guys, all right? I don't know if YouTube will give me dings for showing these images, man. Okay, so we got Rebirth again. It's just a naked baby. It's fine. So we got Rebirth again.
Everyone's been naked and babies at the same time.
Yeah. And
at some point.
And the sun.
Mm.
That's wicked. So I don't know what you're going through, Leo. Actually, I do know what you're going through, Leo. You've got Saturn, the Grim Reaper, across square your sun. Across from you, sorry. You got Saturn across from your sun. That's tough. That's really difficult. So if you're a Leo rising, that's Saturn passing through your 7th house. If you're a Leo sun, that's Saturn opposite your sun. That's rough. That's really rough. My heart goes out to you, Leo. You've going through a lot. And these situations with Rebirth and the sun, these tell me that they're almost over. They're almost over and a new chapter awaits. And that's really exciting. Especially since they both came up upright. Oh, okay, all right. How do I block people?
Thank you, Nick, for slaying trolls.
I need to give some wrenches out.
While you do that, this is a perfect
Hi, Michael.
segue into Taurus. Defense. Get those wrenches out. So this is the Thorn and Thor's rune, and he is all about defense. He's not about let's go get them, let's go pull them out of their foxholes or whatever. It's defense. And that's what thorns are on roses especially. And I found out huckleberries. I was in a sea of them. So for you, Leo, you have 2. This one came flying out, and this is the 6 of coins. This particular 6 talks about working with others and how much you're contributing in each other's lives. So for a Leo, this is very much about maybe not being a harsh boss or being willing to be not the boss, or, it's really just about working together and what you're bringing to the table. And whether do you know what you're bringing to the table? Do you know how you work and fit in the community? Because it's opposite Aquarius. It's not just one and then them. It's all of us are one. So that might be new territory. You do have the wolf and the dog on the other side. Are you going to be a tame boy or a wild boy? Can you do both?
I'm a wild boy. I'm a wild boy.
Wolf mother. Hey, wolf father, you here? So it might be different energy, but also being willing to defend that you have worked hard to build with others. You know, maybe that's something, maybe that's what's new. Maybe you haven't had to be in that role before. So I think that's what I'm getting a lot with these. And maybe being defensive about some of this stuff, you know, if it's matters of the heart, because which is the moon, you know, all this emotion, all this watery emotion. This is heavy. This is unknown feels. Whereas this is very stable. This is recognizable. And you're fixed. But you can't be fixed because whether you like it or not, things grow and they move. So you have to be fluid.
You know what I love about the fixed axis? It's all about resources.
Mm-hmm.
So with Taurus, it's literally physical money. With Scorpio, I mean, it's shared resources, but it's also the resource of sex. Just putting that out there. Okay, sexual energy. With Leo, the resource is love.
Yeah, the heart. Leo is the heart.
Right. And Aquarius, well, you know, they're special.
There's something.
It's social capital. It's social capital with Aquarius.
Yeah.
It's your connections, your network. I love that. I'm having trouble signing into my account properly, so nobody gets wrenches today, but you will later, okay? Yeah, it's opening it with my other account, and it's not working. So anyway, moving on. Cancer.
Oh, Cancer.
Cancer. We're going backwards, Shannon. We're going backwards because that's how we do. Because we feel like it. And it's a Pisces conjunction, so we're doing things Piscean. I don't know.
Back it up.
I just made that up. Okay. What? That's my channel. I do what I want.
You tell them.
Yeah. Yes, you did, Nick. Capricorn was the third one that we did, but you can scroll back and find it if you want.
Oh
but
goodness.
honestly, are you Capricorn Sun? That's badass. I would listen for your moon and your rising. And if you don't know that, then go with your sun. That's cool. Yeah. It will still apply. But honestly, as far as like the zodiac signs go, you have the whole zodiac in you, okay? You're not just one sign. You're not just your sun sign. You're not just your moon sign. It can be fun to identify with these things, but you are not just a Capricorn. You're not just a Taurus. So yeah. So just keep that in mind. Cancer. This is interesting, Cancer. The fuck's going on with you? Okay. I mean, okay, so Cancer, I feel bad for Cancer cakes. They've had Pluto transiting their 7th house for a long time.
I can see that.
Since 2008. Pluto's been in Tropical Capricorn. So that's like extreme transformations going on in relationships, right? And of course, the cards that I pull directly deal with relationships, of course. So we got the 10 of Cups, which is beautiful. This is fabulous energy. This is everything you could ever want as far as, you know what, Nick? It is a different language, and it's okay if you don't understand what the fuck's going on. That's okay. You're allowed.
Nick,
you're
you know
allowed
more
to
than you
not
think.
understand. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. But yeah, it is. It is a different language, and yeah. Okay. So anyway.
Love you, man. I'm glad you're here.
Yeah. Thank you for coming out. I appreciate that. That's so beautiful. What? This is cool. Walking my dog the other day, I
Hey.
found a 10 of hearts in a bush. Wow, Jenny.
That's fun.
That is an omen, my friend. That is an omen. Just putting that out there. So anyway, 10 of cups. This is beautiful. This is happy family, you know, prosperity, love. There's a rainbow in the background. Rainbow. That's fabulous energy. What kind of pops out about this card every time I look at it, I see this. The dude looks bored. You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, I have everything I want, but I'm bored. Where's the fun? So, you know, I'm just going to put this out there. Sometimes life is fucking boring. And you know what? That's part of life. We can't always be in a high and we can't always be in a low. We have to experience a little bit of both. And the lows help us experience the highs. So if that resonates for you, Cancer, Rel, excellent timing. We're talking about Cancer, girl. Anyway, if that resonates for you, take a little bit of time to truly express gratitude for everything around you, all of the abundance that you have, because there's lots of it. It's all right there, all of it. The other card that I got was the Queen of Wands reversed. Fire. So Queen of Wands, we talked about a little bit already, but normally this is a very sexually confident woman. All right, she's confident in herself. Her legs, she's not sitting like a lady, okay? She doesn't sit like a lady because, you know, she's a lot more confident. Let's just leave it at that. She's a lot more confident. The only problem with the Queen of Wands reversed, which is how she came out, is, you know, maybe you're not feeling that confidence that you do normally have. Maybe, you know, maybe actually you're focusing too much on the water and not enough on your fire. Does that make sense? So it's like getting way too lost in the emotions. Oh my God, that's so Cancer. Getting way too lost in the emotions. So much so that it's putting out your fire. So, and the other thing that comes up with this is making sure that you're not getting lost into lost in escapism. So that's the only other thing. Other than that, Cancer, you got this, Cancer. Okay.
Got the moon coming out again for Cancer.
Again.
That's your card. Again. So you can be bored or you can get out there. Because look at these dogs. They're both standing on the piers. They're hard to see. They're kind of ghosty. And you know dogs. They look at stuff and they're like, I want to do that. And then they'll either go for it or they'll just sit there and shake their tails like, but I'm not ready to do it. You know, some dogs are like that. And you're like, just go, man, just go. And, you know, I think that's the thing with Cancers. They can be really protective of themselves, you know. Yeah, right? Yeah, exactly. Here it is. So get in tune and realize the ebb and flow, what you were talking about. It's cycles. We go through these cycles of boredom and we go through these cycles of contentment. And if you feel like it's too content, maybe you need a new idea.
Ooh, is that the Ace of Swords?
It is.
Fuck yeah.
This is on the bottom. So I think having some creativity and allowing the day-to-day to inspire you rather than bore you. Look for the adventure in the now and see what comes up. See what propels you into moving forward and into that abyss.
I love that. That was wonderful.
Get ready to play.
Yeah, I feel like Cancer, you're forgetting how to play. Maybe you're too afraid to play. Maybe you need to like lay off of the fear porn and go play. Okay? Do it.
That's some solid advice.
Word. Gemini. Gemini.
Oh, Geminis.
Gemini. I love Gemini. I've got Venus in Gemini.
That's
I
where my
literally love
Chiron
Gemini.
is. Ooh.
Oh.
Literally, I know. I dated a lot of Geminis. They're fun. Gemini are fun. A little crazy, but that's okay.
Just split personality.
Yeah, it's fine. A little day-to-day chaos and some anxieties, all right. Who are you today?
I
don't
love
know.
Gemini though. I love Gemini though. Who are we today? I'm the devil one
that's not a bad
today.
one to be. Right? Oh my God.
Which twin am I today? Take a guess. Oh man.
Right?
Just kidding. I love you
Are
guys.
you the light bringer?
I love you guys.
You the devil.
Just kidding. Just
Can you
kidding.
tell I have Scorpio on the 8th?
Nah.
Oh, okay, interesting. All right.
Gemini. What does Gemini need to hear today? Apparently Spider-Man. Whoa, Gemini.
Spider-Man's not bad.
Gemini. Okay, so we got the Hermit. And we got the Eight of Swords. Very interesting. Okay, so Gemini. There's definitely a need right now to make sure that you are connecting with your body, to make sure that you are integrating the wisdom that has been like bombarding you. I just got chills all the way down my legs. Wow. You already have some serious wisdom. And with the Hermit coming out, it really is telling me that you have been on a long and arduous journey. And the journey's not over yet, but it's time to conserve a little bit of energy. With the Eight of Swords coming out, what's really interesting to me about the Eight of Swords is this is actually a Gemini card. And it's Jupiter in Gemini. And when I think of those energies and the Eight of Swords, I think of when we're learning something new, especially with Gemini, it's all about learning. Bye, Gabe. When we're learning something new, sometimes, like for example, when we're learning how to set boundaries, right? We can, or even just be assertive, we can go way overboard one time and then go way underboard another time. And it's kind of like this massive pendulum. And that's that Jupiter energy kind of blowing it out of proportion. So it's like we can go way too much to one side and then way too much to the other side. And over time, as we practice, we can bring it into the middle. But I get the feeling that you already know that. And it's just about applying it and not beating yourself up for, maybe going a little bit too far one way and a little bit too far the other way, and not being so much in your head, but allowing yourself to take a little bit of time to yourself, make sure that you're shedding judgment, especially self-judgment, especially when you're learning something new, because you're going to fuck up and that's okay.
Yeah, you are.
We love you anyway. Yeah, you are.
I mean, sorry. I meant that to be empathic. Empathy. I feel it. You are going to mess up. Sorry.
What's up, Cody?
Okay.
Hi, Jordan.
So with that, I'm getting a lot more discipline from this with the 7 of Coins.
Ooh.
Allowing things to come to fruition, not picking them before they're ripe, getting anxious, seeing what you have to work with. And with air, you're going to blow around. The wind is blowing right now like crazy. But, this is tender care too. You're not going to uproot all your seedlings just yet. And this one came out again. So that's, that is also, as much as it's a bow, which does take discipline, patience, focus, it's also the connection between you and the divine. And remembering that as an air sign, that's also you, that dualistic nature, you're reflecting the divine back to everybody else just as much as you are to yourself. And that can ground you. Everything that you're working on, let that be a reflection of where you are. You're growing. Have compassion for yourself.
Yes. I love it. I love that seven. Honestly, I love Seven of Pentacles. To me, it has a lot to do with the long-term investment and not rushing.
Yeah. It's really encouraging to see too, so late in the suit. It's like, hey, things are happening. They are.
Right? I got chills everywhere. Wow. Girl, that was an on point Gemini read. All right. Taurus.
Oh boy. Here we go.
Full gang in the house. What up?
Sons.
There's so many Tauruses, so many Aries and so many Taurus in the chats.
I kind of like that. There's something really grounding and exciting about it.
Mm-hmm. Me too, Jenny. This is fun. Oh, thanks, Jess. You guys. Regan, I love that you know your chart. That's
Regan's
so
chart
badass.
is awesome. If you haven't seen it, if he hasn't let you see it,
I feel
like charts are really personal.
They are super personal, but I'm pretty sure that I saved it because he posted it once. I'm pretty sure I actually have it saved. Just so you know, if you all post your chart, I'm gonna save it and study it. Just so you know.
I thought about that the other day and was like, oh, I didn't save that. I did get rid of it. Okay, good job. Good job.
Oh my god!
For a minute, but
oh gosh, that's hilarious. Oh man, Taurus. Okay. Wow, Taurus.
Interesting.
You know what's hilarious? I got the moon again.
Again.
My first time pulling the moon though, so moon from a different deck. Right, Regan? I'm like, just gonna save your chart for later. Okay, anyways. Woo. All right. The moon, but it came up reversed. Okay. So Taurus. It is very important for you, Taurus, right now that you are not getting sidetracked by illusions and trying to figure out what the outcome is. So with the moon, there are things that are hidden that you don't get to know right now. That's just how the moon goes, okay? You don't get to know. You have to come to some kind of peace with not knowing, especially with the moon reversed. It's like there's secrets on secrets on secrets. And then you got the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is all about, well, I mean, it's your fucking card, Taurus. Literally, it's fixed. It's fixed. It's the fixed Earth court card. This is about building your legacy. What steps are you taking right now to make sure that you have some kind of long-term game plan? What do your finances look like right now? What's the balance book? And are you letting fear rule the choices that you make as far as building your legacy goes? Or are you, basing it on something a little bit more positive than just fear? Yeah, and I mean, like, I look at this guy and he's got like this like kind of smug look. He's a little bit smug. Okay. And I always look at the little birdie. I'm like, what's that little birdie telling you? Damn. What's the little birdie telling you? Yeah, Jenny, Rahu, exactly. Rahu, the head of the dragon, Rahu, is in tropical Taurus right now. And this can give us a very like hungry, obsessive energy when it comes to building wealth or creating creating tangible things, tangible assets. I think it's an important energy because we really need to be working on like having physical support. You know, we're supposed to be here in the body. We're supposed to be like, you know, human, and we don't want to get so sucked into the physical that it's like only focusing on acquiring wealth or things or possessions. So that's the downside of Rahu. Sometimes you can get obsessed with wherever it is and just like, I just need more security or I'm not going to survive. But, you know, sometimes we need to refocus and actually focus on that. And for you, Taurus, that is important, that you're building some kind of legacy, that it's going to be on solid foundation. And, you know, with the moon reverse, it's just like you got to let go of the fear of not knowing, because you'll end up self-sabotaging if you don't. Beware.
Right. We have a lot of masculine energy, and got a lot of really good feminine energy here too.
That, or you're gonna meet some like you know, sugar daddy, just say it.
Maybe. Curb your enthusiasm. Knight of Wands.
Damn, though.
Slow your cards down. Gear down, big shifter. Hold your horses. You want to create. You want to do all the things because you're the king. You got the monies. You can do it. But, you know, it's like she was saying. You've got the moon, and you've also got Laguz again, the lake. So this is a lot of that feminine, that stepping into the unknown, trusting the unknown, trusting the intuition, letting it water you, and maybe even allowing it to be, you know, turning some of that energy into creating the world around you first. You know, is your life as sensual as you want it to be? Focus there. You know, if you don't see yourself in a musical, like washing the dishes or making your bed, are you really living your life? Like, you know, if everything you're doing, if you're like watering your plants and it's not the sexiest thing you've done today, look to that, you know, why not?
I love that,
Be the
Rachel.
art first. Just, you know, and that's part of practicing deep magic, is really getting into, you know, pay attention to your area before you can expand. So
word. Yeah. Like, you know, yes. That's so perfect. I'm not even going to add anything. That was just perfect. Perfection. Perfection. Oh, sweet. We're at Aries. We did it.
We did it. Made it full circle.
Yay. Aries. What up, Aries? How was that for you as Aries to wait? Let me know in the comments.
Yeah. Saturn would
What's
like
up,
to know.
Ryan? You know what? I got to be a little bit silly because this is a serious time that we're in. And if we can't be silly, then like, what are we even doing here?
Gosh, I know I'm working so hard on that. Yes. Yes.
Oh, man. Okay, Aries. What the? I want to redraw.
Redo.
I want to read.
When you said that, one of them just
Mulligan.
flew right out. I'm taking it. Oh my goodness.
Oh shit. Oh my god. Okay. Oh fuck. All right, Aries. God damn it. You're gonna hate me. Okay, so we got... All right, Aries. So we got Aries. We've got the Four of Cups. So what's interesting about the Four of Cups is actually a Cancer card, and it makes me think of comfort. And the thing about comfort is this: if we are too comfortable, are we growing? But there's also this kind of like, almost all of the cup cards that we've pulled have been like relating to nostalgia or with wanting something that isn't there. And I feel like this is like, you've already consumed something. You've drained 3 cups. And God's just like, hey, there's one more. But yeah, you're not even grateful for the 3 that you just had. So it's like, you don't get to have it yet. You have to wait. You have to wait longer, Aries.
Patience is a virtue.
And she cackles. Patience is a virtue. The other card that came up was the King of Swords. Upright this time. Thank God. Like, I don't want to read reversals. Anyway, the King of Swords upright. He's mature. He's serious. He's a thinker. He's a planner. He knows that eventually what he feels is owed to him will come eventually. But, it might not happen right away. And that's okay. The King of Wands he's going to have to wait. He's going to have to wait. So in the meantime, plan. And make sure that you're counting the things that you have been gifted with already. And you might be pushed outside of your comfort zone in order to, grow. And normally that isn't an issue for Aries, but maybe the uncomfortable thing here is having to actually wait.
Sorry, I haven't intense wind happening.
As a Capricorn rising.
Yeah, what did I say? That's my moon squaring my sun, sidereal. Aries is like, now. Moon is like, not yet.
I love it. Yeah, James, we went backwards. So Taurus was just before this. We went from Pisces to Aries because chaos and yeah. And if you do go back, if someone would put timestamps in the comments, I will love you forever. Oh no, I think I lost Rachel.
Oh, I did peek at the bottom because it kept. Oh no, I thought I lost you. I was like, oh.
Hold on, Rachel. The stream is messing up. What's happening? Chaos! We're almost done. That's what's happening. Okay, start over from the beginning. I think I got you back.
Okay, good. Okay, so the bottom kept trying to get my attention. It's like, okay, fine. That's the Seven of Wands.
Ooh.
So it can be conflict. It's more about traversing two different worlds, and that does create conflict and deciding which path that you're going to be on, because there's all these steps. You're trying to come down, you're trying to do your thing, and then you've got all this other stuff going on at the same time. So you can be discouraged by it or you can be empowered by it.
I love that interpretation of the Seven of Wands. That's so different.
The first one that came out, though, was the Ace of Coins. Oh, thank you. It's a fun time.
Hell yeah.
Ace of Coins. New seeds. Heck yes, new seeds. What are we planting? This. Again, this came out again.
Is that the third sign that's coming
up
for?
So we're planting justice. Gosh, right? Everybody better listen to that. Planting seeds of partnership, planting seeds of stability, creativity, yeah, but not creativity that's going to cloud you or fog your mind up. You can use it to your advantage, that you have the power. I like that he has his hand stretched out the way that he has it.
It's a little blurry, but I see it now.
Because it's more, he's not raising the wand. Yeah, he's not raising his wand to defend. He's raising his hand. And that's more personal.
It's using the force.
It's not as defensive. Passion and more love. Look how bright this card is. So that's kind of how I'm seeing it for Aries. And this is a very bright seed. I love that.
That's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And that to me,
Just being quality people despite the things that are going on.
I love it. I love it. And I love the Seven of Wands is very much like standing up for what you believe in and defending. So it's like you're defending the seeds that you're planting. Very Aries. Love it.
Yeah, I think that's, and I like that card about it too. It is really pretty, and it is really personal and exposed and vulnerable. It's vulnerable, and I think that's something I admire about Aries, is that you're willing to be vulnerable because the sun, you're shining so bright. What can hurt you?
Right. What's up, Gordy? You missed it. We're at the end.
So.
Good timing.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we did just go through all of it.
That's okay. It'll be here. It'll be here for you to go back
Rewind.
to. Which sign got Price is Right theme? I sang it for 2 signs and I can't remember now. I don't remember, dude. You're gonna have to go back and timestamp it for me. Pretty please.
So we get somebody on timestamps.
Oh my gosh. Okay, you guys, that was fun.
Don't bring me coffee though.
Thanks, Rachel. That was lots of fun. Yeah. I don't even know how do you wrap these things
thank
up.
you. That was fun.
Want to talk about? I think that was
you
good.
know,
should we do one last pull?
Yeah, let's do an oracle.
Ooh, yes. Hit me with your oracles. I only have my tarot decks in here, no oracle decks.
Oh, really? I have
oracle decks, just not in this room. Ooh, animal
one.
spirit. Beautiful. I like that one.
They're so nice for wrapping things up.
Totally. I love it.
Good. Thank you. Thank you for inviting me and doing all this and having a good time and laughing.
Yeah, dude, I was going to do it solo and then opened up your private message to me and realized that there were videos. And then I was like, oh, shit, I saw these and then didn't actually see them. And then I was like, why don't I just invite Rachel on? That'll be fun.
I'm glad you did. It was fun.
Right?
Ooh, this is a good one. I don't have the book with me, so this is going to be a good test on how well I know this deck. We have that.
From the heart.
Lion in the dark, right? This is air, the element of air. Listening, using echolocation, using the sound. I think if anyone is in Gordy's study group, we talk a lot about the sound.
Yes.
Listening to spirit, listening to intuition, listening to source. Bats aren't alone either. They're very social. They have families. They might hang upside down about it, but I think they're gaining a lot of perspectives that we don't have. So I think that's a really good way to end, is know that you're in good company. And you might get a lot of weird stuff blamed on you because they're such an easy target, but bats are adorable. And they do good things. They eat bugs, and nobody likes to get bugged. So
yeah, they eat mosquitoes.
Yeah.
You know what I love about bats? Well, there's definitely a little bit of the hangman energy there, right? Because they hang upside down. But I feel like in order to fly in the dark via sound, not light, there's a huge element of trust that's required.
Yeah.
You know, and that could be really hard for us being so visually based to go off of sound. But yeah, that's just kind of my thoughts right now.
No, that's really beautiful, because if you think about the way that sound travels and it bounces off of this, that, and the other thing, understanding distance and, I mean, gosh, space and time, that's got to be a trip, right?
Right. Yeah. And I wonder if, like, maybe with this crazy ass conjunction, this would be a really excellent time to focus on working with other senses that you're not used to working with, especially with the North Node in tropical Taurus right now, which is all about the 5 senses. Why not try working with a different scent than you normally do?
Yeah, that's good. That's a good idea, and it sounds like a fun challenge.
Right? That was just off the cuff. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna try that.
Heck yeah.
Or like being really mindful while you're eating. Like close your eyes and then like taste the food. Like actually taste it. Anyway,
Yeah,
thanks
beautiful.
guys. Thanks for hanging out, y'all. I had a good time. This will be fun. We'll definitely do it again. Who knows who I'll bring in? I'll probably bring Rachel back. She's pretty cool.
I'll come back. It's been fun.
Okay, good. All right. Peace out, you guys.